Well, welcome to my omelet video. I've really become enamored with making a good omelet, and so I'm gonna spend a little bit of time walking you through some of the ways that I go about making them. I think the first big thing is you really have to get your heat right. So you really have to know what your oven does and how it works. And for this process, I'm gonna be using two pans. I've got a really nice titanium one and a really nice Omelette one. So there's a lot of schools of thought. One school of thought is don't use many fillings at all. I subscribe to a little bit of a different philosophy. I like to have a wide variety of ingredients. I believe that an omelet really holds up well to a lot of different flavors. It's a great canvas to add a lot of different stuff to. So whatever you're into, add it. I think a great thing to start with is onion. So I'm gonna put some onion in here and let that sort of get translucent. I really love red pepper, just if nothing else for the color. It's a great, color contrast. Also tastes great. At the very end, we're gonna probably put in some spinach and let it cook down a little bit, wilt a little bit, but we won't put that in the very beginning. I ripped up some basil. We're gonna throw that at the end. But the sky's the limit, from goat cheese, sun-dried tomatoes, jalapenos. So let's spend a couple minutes and talk about how I do my eggs. I think this is probably the second most important thing behind heat is egg preparation. I have a formula and I stick to it pretty precisely. I like two eggs. I use a glass. I take each egg and I crack it into the glass. Now the trick is to use about a tablespoon of water in my eggs. Then I take my fork and my glass and I'm going to mix this up. If you wanted to add a little bit of pepper or a little bit of salt, now is the time to do that. When we talk about the heat of our omelet pan, I like to go all the way to low. We are going to add a pat of butter. Butter goes in, and then a little splash of olive oil. I think you could do it with only one, but both work so much better. Give it a little stir. And this is probably almost a little too hot. We're almost gonna let it relax just a little bit. So now we're gonna add our mushroom. Because what we really wanna do is we really want everything to sort of finish at the same time. We want our warm inside ingredients to be ready when our omelet is ready for the fillings. We won't want either one to wait. So that's coming along really nice. And actually at this point, we're probably gonna go right down to low with our filling. We're gonna put our spinach in the pan. We're gonna take our egg mixture, we're gonna pour it in our omelet pan. I like an actual, I don't know what you call this. I call this a spatula. I'm not sure if that's what it's really called. A mixer, a stirrer. And you'll see here that I really move the outsides of the omelet in, and I get that egg to sort of move around. Key component in doing this the way that I do it. Okay, so our omelet is coming together. This is a great time to talk about cheese. I like to add my cheese when the omelet is still in the pan. Look at that, that's just beautiful. That's nice. You can see how nice and that moves around great in there. Okay, so we're gonna use about half of our filling. Look at that, okay. So this is a combination of a little bit of that butter. It's just now sort of made its way into the, it's emulsified in there. Olive oil, there we go. Okay, good, look at that, look at that. Okay, transitions right out of the pan, just rolls right out of there. We'll keep it off the heat. That's it. So let's talk about adding some toppings here. I love avocado. Great healthy fats. Add a little bit of basil on the top there. That's how I make my omelets. Enjoy.